Little Fur Family by Margaret Wise
Start over.
Brown. Start over?
Go.
You just said start over.
Yeah, go.
Little Fur Family by Margaret Wise Brown. Pictures by Garth Williams. What's that on the front cover? What animal is that?
A bear.
Good. And what color is the bear?
Brown.
Brown. Nice. There was a little fur family, warm as toast, smaller than most, in little fur coats. And they lived in a warm wooded tree.
God.
Where did they live, Adanna?
In a little fish tree.
They lived in a tree. You are so right. The little fur father said, "Good morning," one day, put on his hat, and went away out into his little fur world.
Goes like clothes.
Where did he go, Adanna?
Little fur family.
He went into the fur world. What about this? The little fur mother bathed her fur child. And he went to play in the wild wood where they lived. Where you playing with? What's that? It was a wild wood.
Mommy, the door goes closed, so Scrappy wanna get out.
Okay, the door's closed. You want to hear the rest of the story?
Yes.
Okay.
Scrappy, in your bed.
Hi, Scrappy. You listening to the story, Scrappy? Okay, listen. It was a wild wood. Wild
He's not
flowers grew
listening.
all over.
He's not listening.
Are you listening? Good. So what grew all over?
The tree.
The trees. Yes, there are trees in the story. And there are flowers on the ground. And wild winds blew through the air. Wild nuts fell from the wild nut trees. What's that story? And wild grass tickled the fur child's nose. Tickled his nose and made him sneeze. What kind of sound?
Achoo!
Good! And that's exactly what's in the book. Nice. What kind of sneeze sound does he make?
Achoo!
Good. That sneeze woke up his grandpa. What did it wake up?
Achoo!
He woke up his grandpa, who lived in a hollow stump. And grandpa came walking, thump, 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 and walked out of his hollow stump and said, "Bless you, my little fur grandson. Every time you sneeze."
Achoo!
"Bless you," said the little fur child. "Thank you," said his grandpa. Then old grandpa went with sound.
Achoo!
No, he went thump, 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 and walked back into his hollow stump.
And then he said achoo. He said achoo!
And the fur child went on through the dark and sunny woods till he came to a little river full of fish. What's in the river? What's in the river? What swims in the river? What's that?
Fish.
Fish. Good. The fish didn't have any fur and they didn't have any feet. And they swam around under the river. The little fur child watched them for a long time.
And then they didn't pick up fish.
Yes. Then he reached in the river and pulled out what? What's that?
Fishy.
Yes. And he looked at it and then, kerplunk, he threw it back in the river. He reached into the air
And then he grabbed up again and threw it.
Yes, he did. He reached into the air and he caught a flying bug. And he held it in his hand and he looked at it. What is that?
A flying bug. But it's a ladybug.
Yes, it is a ladybug. The bug didn't have any fur. It was shiny and had little wings.
And
Then, zip! he threw it back in the air. So what did he throw in the air?
A ladybug.
Yes, the ladybug. Then he caught a little tiny fur animal. The tiniest, the littlest fur animal in the world. It had warm, silky fur and even a little fur nose. So he kissed it right on its little fur nose and put it gently back in the grass. And the little tiny fur animal ran down a hole into the ground. So what's that little animal? You know what that animal is?
Uh-huh.
What is that?
A bear.
Oh, it looks like a bear. Let's
It
find
is
out
a
what it
bear.
is. It could be. Or a groundhog or something. The sun went down beyond the river. The sky grew wild and red, and the little fur child turned around and ran home. So where's he running now?
Ran home.
Good. And just as the darkness got very dark, he bumped into his big fur mother. And she took her little fur child home in her arms and gave him his supper. So what is he eating?
Supper.
Good. And there was his father who put him to bed. And they tucked him in bed, all soft and all warm. So who's tucking him into bed now?
His father.
Yep. And they held his paw and they sang him a song. Sleep, sleep, our little fur child, out of the Sleep, sleep, our little fur child, out of the windiness, out of the wild. Sleep warm in your fur all night long. In your little fur family, this is a song. The end. Is that the end of the book?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
So what can you tell me about the book?
Sleeping Beauty.
You want Sleeping Beauty too?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
2 books.
2 books?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Who's on the front?
Sleeping Beauty.
Good. Sleeping Beauty. Let's see. Okay. When Princess Aurora was born, the good fairies gave her lovely gifts. What's that?
A baby in there.
Oh, that's a baby in there?
Uh-huh.
Nice. But wicked, Maleficent, don't know how to pronounce her name. That's her name? Maleficent's gift was a curse that at age 16, the princess would prick her finger at a spinning wheel.
Oh my God.
Is she a good witch or a bad witch?
A bad witch.
Yeah. The fairies took Aurora away to the woods. They wanted to protect her. Maleficent's curse was strong. She made Aurora prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and go to sleep. So what's going to happen to Sleeping Beauty?
Go to sleep.
She's going to sleep. Prince Philip broke the curse and awoke the Sleeping Beauty. How did he break the curse?
Woke the Sleeping Beauty.
Yes, he woke up Sleeping Beauty. And they lived happily ever after. The end. Did you like the story?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What about the next one?
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, no more, Donna. That's it.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's
Okay. Let me see. What story do you like the best? Did you like the Little Fur Family
Yeah.
and Sleeping Beauty?
I like.
I'm sorry.